Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today, really quickly, I want to talk about some characterization things that should be a quick review for you. So, the question when you're thinking about characters is how do you know what a person is like? What do you have to pay attention to know what a person is like? That is true in real life and in books. So, there is an acronym that you have probably heard before that is STEAL, STEAL. And those are 5 letters that stand for 5 different things that you can look at to know more about what a person, or in this case, a character, is like. So the first one is speech. You're going to look at what people say. How people talk says something about them. How characters talk definitely says something about them. What they choose to say when they talk, how they talk, all of those kinds of things tell you something about a person. The next one is thoughts. Obviously, you can't hear real people's thoughts. So you're not going to be able to use that one for real people. But for characters, a lot of times characters will tell readers what they're thinking. You'll be able to hear into their thoughts a little bit. And what someone is thinking says something about who they are as a person, right? What you think about says something about you as a person. So what characters think about says something about them as a person. The next one is E, which is their effect on others. So you might notice that a character has a significant effect on other people in some way. It could be positive, it could be negative, it could be some specific type of effect, but they'll have some sort of impact on the people around them. Real people have this too, and that can show you something about them. But kind of thinking about well, how does this person affect others? When this character comes into a room, what do people do? How do people react? Are they happy to see them? Are they annoyed? What kind of is their effect on other people? And that might tell you something about the character. The next one is actions. A lot of times people say the phrase actions speak louder than words, meaning that the things people do mean a lot about who they are, right? If you're always saying one thing but doing another, that's going to tell people something about you. So you want to pay attention to what characters do as you are reading to find out more about them. And then the last one is L, and that's for looks. Obviously, in real life, we don't want to narrow a person down only by what they look like. People are more than that. But in books, authors have chosen to describe people in certain ways and make characters look certain ways for certain reasons. So sometimes that can say a lot about a person. So we want to have our eye on looks a little bit too. So when you are reading, choose some of these to really think about for your characters. What do they talk about? And what does that say about them as a person? What do they think about? And what does that tell you? How do they affect the people around them? The people they love, the people they don't love so much? What do they do? What choices do they make? And how do those choices show you who they are? And then what has the author decided to make them look like? Is that anything that tells you about who they are as a person? Does that give you more information? All right. This should be a quick review for you. So as you're reading, try to use some of these things. Really think about character today. At the end, once you've finished reading, there'll be a quick check-in on Steal and how that is going, so I know what to do next. All right, thanks guys. Have a